Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation here in northeastern Florida, where it is in the 30s. If you're elsewhere in the world, it is about 4 to 5 C right now, slight wind chill, lots of hat hair. Oh my God, lots and lots of hat hair. Wow, now that's really bad. From taking out my daughter a little bit a while ago. She wanted to go for a little short bike ride. We are going to dive into a channeling that I did this morning with Archangel Michael, which is the energies coming up for February. We're going to look at what's going to be transitioning, or what's going to be the trajectory, both at home, meaning in the U.S., and abroad for this coming year. And we're going to talk, most importantly, what we can do about these things. And so, yes, people are saying where you're from the wilds of Western New York. Please let me know where you're from, where you're watching this from, and hopefully you're staying warm. And somebody is saying in the 30s here today in Tampa Bay as well. It's just crazy. So that's why I'm kind of, sort of bundled up. But we're going to dive into all these things. I did actually get out for a full disclosure. I'm still recovering from a pretty good brain injury this past summer. And I got out for a swim here earlier today in some quite brisk waters. And that was the best thing in the world for my mind. All right, so let's dive into the channeling that I got this morning. And what I do is I go into automatic writing, I channel, and then I get back into the state when I'm speaking with you and things come to me as well. This is going to be very how-to oriented. Then we'll do a very brief Q&A, and time permitting, because we're going to be done in about an hour, we will go into a very, very brief meditation. I'm also going to tell you about the School of Mystics, where we're diving into heart coherence this month, because to me, there is no greater way to, I don't know another way to put it, protect yourself from the energies right now by getting in alignment with your heart and getting in alignment with the universe. So I've got South Carolina, I've got Virginia, I've got Connecticut, I've got Colorado Springs. I'm a Colorado college graduate. All right, Colorado Springs. Netherlands, spent time racing in Amsterdam, not quite, no, not Amsterdam, Antwerp. It's on the Belgium side. Why does Michael have my son's cool hair? Well, thank you so much, Southern Maine. Cool. All right, what do we need to know about February? Whew. We are entering a new age. We're entering a new era. There's no turning back. That is what I'm getting. So when I was channeling a long time ago, I was channeling at the start of 2020. What I heard is there was a pre-COVID world, and then the guides were very clear that there wouldn't be this post-COVID world, but that nothing would ever be the same again. What I'm getting from Archangel Michael right now is we are going through this portal, and we're doing this. We're 27 hours past the last full moon, and we've got a solar eclipse coming up in just 2 weeks. In fact, we have Dr. Michael Lennox. I spoke with him yesterday about the solar eclipse coming up. Oh my God. And so he's going to be on in 10 days' time. With all of the energies right now, there is no turning back. As crazy as 2025 was, that will seem relatively both tame and stable compared to where we're going. And by stable, I mean there were still systems in place. Yes, they were being dismantled before our very eyes. A few maybe for good, most of them going, holy Moses. But that's nothing compared to what's bringing. It is an era of turning things over to be seen. That's the era that we're entering into. So we can look at this. We can look at this as, are things good, are things bad? Or we can look at it instead of things are being flipped on their heads so that things can be seen. Things are being burned down. I like to think of Pele energy. I lived in Maui. Right next door we had Big Island, which was piping volcanic ash and more like volcanic fog to us quite often. Pele energy is the energy of a volcano burning things down to grow something new, to create a new island. I'm thinking of Moana now and the heart of Tafiti. This is really a time of coming back into the heart. Now, I was very clear in asking, are things going to get stronger? So full disclosure, with Dr. Michael Lennox's show coming up in 2 weeks, he thinks that the solar eclipse is going to be, let me get these words right, the shot heard round the world. Unfortunately, that's what I'm getting as well. Things are going to continue unabated and even more dramatic. Key point. I'm not saying things are going to get bad. I'm not saying go duck and cover. I'm not saying it's gloom and doom. If you ever hear me talking gloom and doom, go tune into somebody else's channel, because I've lost my mind. I will always and only see what is possible and probable when we get in alignment. That's again why I have this whole month, School of Mystics, coming up, is about getting in heart coherence, finding your safety, finding your safe place, finding that place of higher resonance by getting in alignment, by getting in heart coherence. So according to Archangel Michael, what I'm getting is there will be a great acceleration in February. In other words, things that have taken place in January, that was kind of like the slingshot. What's a better way to put it than a slingshot? That was like a runner taking off from the starting line and starting to gain speed, and starts to come into full speed in February. This is the month of the great acceleration. Now, this is determined by the stars, meaning by everything that's been determined in astronomy, this is astrology, but determined by things that we signed up for before we came here, and based on where we place our attention now. Our attention has the ability to slow things down or to speed them up. This is very key to understand. It is the reaction and not reaction of you, of me, of all of us that is giving the powers that be the impetus to push forward. What do you mean, the reaction or non-reaction? Well, I lived in Boulder, Colorado for many years. I lived at the base of the National Center for Atmospheric Research, which is really the heart, I'm going to call it the heart of meteorology in the U.S. And certainly there's CSU, there's National Hurricane Center, there's NOAA. But NCAR to me is the heart of the meteorological everything in the U.S., if not for the entire world. And there's an attempt to dismantle it. And I'm not going into the politics of it. But when Archangel Michael talks about the reaction and non-reaction of people giving into the power of the, giving those in power the impetus to push forward. Say that 10 times fast. I got on the phone. No, actually, I got on the phone earlier this week. No, it's last week now. I got on email today saying, hey, dudes, I'm not in support of this. Why? I don't want to see the meteorological heart of this country, if not the planet, being dismantled when we need to know what's going on. It is our choices, it is our stepping forward that will determine how slow or fast things will take place. At the same time, we have a leadership, whether it's this country or other countries, and it's not even so much a leadership, it's really, we can go non-politics all we want, but there is a ruling class of elite money that's driving us to the end of the cliff. I don't even understand it, because what they're doing is doubling down for an extinction level event, which ain't gonna happen. But everything I'm being told is those with the most money are driving us toward the end of the cliff. They're doubling down. They're saying, all right, this seems bad. Let's go twice as far. Let's go twice as hard. Those in power will come out fighting this month, and they will not lay down gently. So the more that comes up in the month of February, the harder they will fight. We could see this in 2025. We could see this coming into 2026. And what I'm told is January, and we're going to get to the positives here. January was, quote, child's play compared to what's coming. And at the same time, this is not a message of fear. At the same time, this is not a message of hiding under the covers. This is a message of anchoring. Again, why I'm teaching heart coherence this month. Anchoring to your heart, anchoring to a higher state, anchoring to the universe. And it's not a message of desperation, but a message of hope. This ain't the time of gloom and doom. Why? Because we are projectors of a new reality. Why did I send an email today? Oh, Michael, that's completely futile. No matter what you say or do, nothing can change an uncar. I don't believe that, not for a heartbeat. In fact, I used to have photos. I had gallery showings in Boulder, in Germany, and in Japan, all with pictures taken around NCAR. It is one of my sweet spots, and I do not believe for a minute that it has to be destroyed. And I can see it being saved, and I can see people celebrating, and I can see how good it feels. That's what this time period can be about. A celebration if we choose to project a new reality. We're going to dive deep into this tonight, but you have the ability. If you're here tonight, you're called forward. You have the responsibility, and you have the means to project a new reality. You can project out into the cosmos. You can project out into the ethos, whatever it is you desire. Now, in the past, we could talk about the moving The Secret. We can talk about what you think about, you bring about, and all these things, and thoughts become things. And all of these things are true. And we could talk about law of attraction and manifestation. All of that is true, too. And this, to me, is a time we go way beyond law of attraction. We go way, way, way beyond individual manifestation. That's not what this time period is all about. This is instead a time period where we help to change the world, which is interesting. Dag to the Netherlands. This is interesting because we have been trained and entrained to be so exhausted that we can barely think about ourselves, let alone anyone else. Well, I'm here to tell you, the more that we focus on everyone else, the more energy we have for our honey bear, for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our health. Michael, I'm so tired I can barely get out of bed. Then when you get out of bed, say prayers for someone else. Say prayers to someone else. Send love. So Jane Seeley is sending love to us, all the mystics and the entire Inspire Nation family. Send love to others. Say, what can I do today to help others? And you are tapping into a field of unlimited resources and unlimited strength. So when I talk about manifestation, when I talk about law of attraction, when I talk about what's going on right now, what I'm talking about is plugging into this field. This is what we call heart coherence. Plugging into this field of unlimited potential, of an unlimited reservoir of energy for unlimited goodness. That's what I'm talking about. Unlimited goodness. What's unlimited goodness look like? Can you imagine clean air for everybody? Can you imagine free energy for everybody? Can you imagine food for everybody, health for everybody, wealth for everybody, lush forests for everybody, the animals being healed, the animals coming back, clean air, blue water, green forests? Can you imagine that? Can you feel that? That's the manifestation I'm talking about. That's our ability, somebody just said, to collaborate with heartfelt feelings. Peace prayers, you are so right. That is what we get to do right now. And at the same time, the powers that be. And I am not a conspiracy guy, and I am not a victim guy. So when I say the powers that be, we can see it. When a truck comes out that looks so dystopian and looks like it's from Mad Max, you go, wait a second. You might go, it's cool, but you go, wait, what are the movies? What are the things? What are the everything that's coming out right now that are promoting end of the world scenarios? And you go, wait a second, I'm being brainwashed to believe in a dystopian future. Why would I be being brainwashed to believe in a dystopian future? on a conscious or on a physical level, on a billionaire level, on whatever we want to call it level, it's to create that very thing. They're hijacking your energy to create the thing that you do not want. Why? Well, because in a dystopian future, you have no power. They have unlimited power. Oh, goody, unlimited power. I'd rather, oh, goody, unlimited love, unlimited healing, unlimited community, unlimited oneness, unlimited coming together. That's not actually, it's so interesting. I was talking about somebody about this yesterday. I don't think it was an event. It may have been. No, I think it was to Dr. Michael Lennox. And I was railing on the term of poor and the concept of we get to support the poor. And I was saying that is such a weird concept that there's such a thing as poverty. There is enough food, there's enough wealth, there's enough everything for everyone. Period. Stop, full stop. End of story. The concept that somebody is poor, the concept that you even have to work for food is broken. We each get to participate in our own way, no matter what that means. Someone could be singing, someone could be dancing, someone could be taking care of kids. Who gets to be paid the most in this world? To me, it's those who take care of the kids. Seriously. But we can envision a completely different world projected out into the reality. So don't give in to the dystopian fears. Don't give in to dystopian realities. Don't imbue, drink, watch, eat all of this nuttiness. Not only does it give you heartburn, but that is what you will create. If there's one message to take away from tonight, and I always laugh when I say that because then Archangel Michael will give me another message. And then there'll be another message. There'll be another message still. But if there were one message tonight, it is to create the world anew in your mind's eye. So, Karen Suki, the money system sucks. All right, don't disagree on any level. Can you imagine, Karen, if you went to a farmer's market, grew up in New England, you went to a farmer's market, Karen, and they said, what would you want? Here. We've got more than enough. Let's share with you. Would you like to come to our place and we're going to break bread together or something even better, gluten-free bread? Heck, there'd be no more Roundup and stuff. And you can actually eat the food. Woohoo! We're going to all get together. We're going to paint. We're going to dance. We're going to talk science. And we're going to talk spirit, which is all one and the same. And we're going to take care of each other. Oh my God. Michael, you are talking such a Pollyanna-ish non-reality. Yeah, that's what you've been trained to think. In fact, you've been trained to think different words are bad. Like coming together all in one. Well, that's socialist, or that's communist, or that's anything with an ist. Therefore, it's bad. Yeah, those who have the power and the money will tell you that it's bad. Coming together is good. It's very good. In fact, it's the only party in town. We get to create the world anew in your mind's eye. So right now we're being shown, we're being brainwashed, the screen is flashing at you. It's just kind of interesting. With the brain injury, I can't do flashing screens. I can do this for some reason. The universe will give me unlimited ability to do this. It's pretty awesome. But to read a flashing screen, I get really nauseous, which is by design. We can create the world anew in our mind's eye. We get to shut off the junk. It doesn't mean you can't take a quick look. I didn't look almost for, I don't know, a week. And then I took the smallest look. I took a briefest look before coming on air tonight and said, yep, they're trying to scare people with this. They're trying to scare people with this. They're trying to take people away from their hearts there. Trying to take people out of community there. They're trying to get people angry with each other here. This is divisive. This is derisive. Oh my God. But it can come right back to love. Come right back to love. And somebody's talking about money and evil, and it's not money. Money can do a heck of a lot of good. A lot of good. You give me $1 billion, just see how much good we can do. You give me $1 trillion contract, oh my God, we're going to change the planet. We can do a lot of good with that. All rising up as one. So we get to ask what is possible. So you see a federal government overrunning a state. What new governance is possible? You say, wait a second, do I even need governance? Or is there a way we can all lead together as one? Because the term govern means to look over you. Maybe nobody needs to be looked over anymore. Instead, we all get in heart coherence, or we get in global coherence. We vibrate together as one. And that changes everything. What's the new way of what's possible? That's what we get to play with this month. That's what we're doing in the School of Mystics. We're asking what is possible. We're asking how we can envision that. We're asking ourselves how we can get in alignment individually and collectively. And this is what you can do as well. In fact, if you're here tonight, I am here to tell you, you are being played. Hopefully like a fine musical instrument, but you are being played. So in the movie The Matrix, Neo starts out as a human battery. His physical energy is being harnessed. I'm here to tell you we are in a different kind of matrix. Again, no victimhood here. Or we can unplug fast. We can unplug right now. Where your, I'm going to call it psycho-spiritual energy, is being harnessed. We can call this your emotional energy. Energy in motion is being harnessed. Why? Because the more that someone can make you emotional, the more that someone can make you fear-based, the more that you can be made and played and created into projecting a state of fear, a state of worry, a state of anxiety. So your fear can be used to create someone else's reality. So there's somebody, I'm not going to pronounce it right, Lertamritro. I am being played by choice. Absolutely. And I'm here, I almost feel like saying, awake, wake up, but you are awake. I love, they stole the term woke. It's a bad thing to wake up. Are you kidding me? We are being made and played so that we can do somebody else's image of the future. Until now, or until moments from now, or until earlier than now. But I know you're not going to be played anymore. Now, could we call this evil? I don't like to do that. In fact, that word is just lived backwards. I would not call it that. We can call it an interplay of darkness and light helping us to evolve, helping all of humanity to evolve. So you may have been shocked by an electrical outlet before. You go to stick in the plug and your finger got in the way. Zzz, and that hurt like the dickens. Oh, yeah. I did that with a Tyco train set as a kid. On, off, oops. That electricity can do a lot of good as well. That electricity is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative of an electron pump. Actually, technically, the electrons go nowhere. They just keep flipping. Darkness, light, darkness, light, darkness, light. That interplay is important, if not necessary. The interplay is important, if not necessary. What does that mean? It means that this darkness helps bring us up even more into the light. And it's here at this time for a reason. February is gonna be fill in the blanks. So that things can come to the surface to be cleared. Why are the Epstein files slowly, painfully, and not very cleanly coming to light? Well, patriarchy's time is gone. We're not going to a matriarchy now. We're coming into balance. That's the age of Aquarius. We are coming into a beautiful state of balance. But to come into that beautiful state of balance, everything that's been pushed onto the surface gets to come up. We've just had our Pluto return of the U.S. We have Saturn going on. We have so many other returns taking place with the U.S. And sugar is going to blow up this month. And from what I understand, all the way through July 4th and then November, so that all of the wounds of the past can become up to be healed. So that things can be healed, not to be made darker, but to come to the surface to be cleared. How does it get any better than this? It means that the more they play with your emotions, put you in that fear-based state, the more you're helping create their reality. If you go, oh my God, that's a very powerful statement. I create. the very thing I do not want. If you go, I picture love, I picture something amazing, I've seen that, but I can envision this other thing even more powerful, even greater over here. Oh my God. Now you're talking. Now you're talking at the highest level, which is why, again, our School of Mystics, I'll tell you more about it at the end, we're getting in heart coherence this month. This isn't a month of playing it soft. This isn't a month of playing it quiet. This isn't a month of playing it under the desk or under the covers. This isn't a month of mon dieu, hiding down there. This is a month of, wow, what can we do with this energy? So Sim is saying, the horrors in those Epstein files make us all sick. Cancel, clear, release. Let's use higher level language. Not disagreeing with you, Sim. Let's use higher level language. Thank God this stuff is coming up to the surface to help us all to heal. It's outrageous. It's incredible. It's awful. And it's finally coming out. How does it get any better than this? It's going to be really hard on victims. The majority who are choosing this, because they're choosing the hero's journey, because when it comes out, we are all healed. The patriarchy falls. Something new can be born. The billionaires who saw us or saw little girls as playthings don't get to do it anymore. Hard to say we celebrate, but it is actually magnificent that it's finally coming out, and so much more will come out this month. It's huge. So this is a month where we flip it, where we look at it, where we transmute and transform that energy, and we are not sick. We do not become sick, but we become superheroes or super coherent, meaning your heart expands. You get in alignment with your heart, which is plugged in at levels beyond which we can't even imagine. We get plugged into this. We become strong in our heart. We become one with the universe through our heart. We become a projector of a new reality led by our heart, projecting from the heart, leading with the heart, feeling from the heart. And no matter what they give us, and Archangel Michael is saying they're going to give us a lot this month, we always and only see what is possible. We always and only see what is possible. And we project from that reality. If they kidnap your emotions, they've got you. And they can create whatever dystopia they want. Forget about anything on Hollywood. They can go one even better. And it would look pretty twisted from the outside. But if instead you focus on what you want. And I am very serious. Michael, are you saying that as the stormtroopers come down the road, we focus on what we do want? Yes, and then get the hell off of the road. Yes, and they'll go help your neighbor. Yes, and they'll go take action out of love. Do not pill up your sword. Only take action out of love. But put in your heart what you want, what you're looking for. Everything begins on the inside. What do you wish to create? What do you wish to see? How do you wish to see your future or your children's future or their children's future? Or yes, as the Iroquois prophecy goes, the 7th generation future. How do you wish to see this? That is what you do. Somebody's asking, did I miss the Archangel Michael channeling? What I do is I go into my automatic writing in the morning. I do my automatic writing. I write with Archangel Michael. I have that, the notes right in front of me here. And then I speak that, and other things come to me because I'm connected at this point with Archangel Michael for this talk. I am not a trance channel. I'm not a trance medium. I do not go into this state here. What I am seeing, am I hearing? Or thou shalt. That's just not how I work. Maybe I could, but that's not how I choose to work, or that's not what I'm comfortable at this point doing. I've done a tiny bit of that. It just makes me very uncomfortable. But this works for me. So you're going to hear things and go, is that coming from Michael? Is that coming from Archangel Michael? We do this dance together. And I speak with Archangel Michael just about every single day, and have since I started automatic writing, which is 12 years ago? Thousands and thousands of sessions together. So what will come out is a blending of the two. So, we can choose a very twisted reality that's been gifted to us, given to us. Here, have this twisted reality. I'll show it to you on the news. I'll show it to you any which way you want. Ha ha ha. Or we can have the most beautiful reality. That's why you're here tonight. Because you're choosing something greater. And as was mentioned earlier, I forget the gentleman's name who mentioned it, the choice, and this comes right straight from Archangel Michael, the choice is up to you. The choice is truly up to you. Give away your power by letting them keep you in a state of fear. Drink the fear, watch the fear, eat the fear, dance with the fear. Drink all of the fear-based products. And for the moment, very temporary moment, because we can break free from that spell, they've won. And that's just not just the news. That's social media, it's movies, it's even personal discussions. For instance, if somebody tells you, this makes me sick, flip the channel. You don't have to run away from them. Say, hey, let's look at this from a higher perspective. Let's look at this from a perspective of global coherence or heart coherence. What is heart coherence? It's this field, it's this state, it's this vibration that we can all get into where we get higher level answers, we get higher level understandings, we can transmute the energy, and we can project a new reality. But do not for a minute stay in those lower level discussions. Not meaning somebody is bad, not meaning somebody has done something wrong, not meaning you are any better. No way. Nobody is better than anybody else. Yeah, but Michael, you're not killing people, so you're better than... No, please. If I say I'm ever better than anybody, please run. Don't walk, run. Seriously. We're all one, period, done deal, end of story. We can be more lost. We can feel more disconnected. The ego might be running the ship more. But that does not mean that anyone is any better or any worse. It certainly does not mean you need to do a dance. Narcissists, we don't need to do a dance with someone that will swizzle straw our energy. That's what we're talking about coming from the top on down, is they're trying to swizzle straw your energy for their own gain. Love them up, they're lost. Love them up, they're lost. You don't have to do a dance with them. Create a new reality. So if you want to fight back, and I'm a lover, not a fighter, do the one thing that scares them the most. What's the one thing that scares the powers that be the most? Love. Love. Go to a better, brighter, more loving future. Not just for yourself. Go to a better, brighter, more loving future for all, especially including those who would bring the darkness. I'm not joking about this. Say prayers when you go to sleep for those you like the least. Say prayers when you go to sleep or when you rise for those who you feel are doing the most horrific atrocities. And you will change the world. You'll change the world. And anybody who wants to try the School of Mystics, we've got try it free this week. We've got a coupon code and link. Try it free. You like it? Great. You don't like it? Great. Let's see how much we can shift your energy, bring your energy up, get you in a state of heart coherence, put you in this magnificent bubble of love and light, and help you to live and play at a higher level. Not just for you, not just for your kids, not just for your kids' kids, but for everyone. Free. Imagine a future of reconciliation. And I use that word in particular, and that came from Archangel Michael. A world of reconciliation. What is reconciliation? I don't know my history very well on this. But Nelson Mandela got out of prison and didn't then become the leader of his country and didn't go on the rampage trying to hurt those who hurt him. Instead, he declared it is a time of reconciliation, of us all coming together and healing all as one, of forgiveness. Now you're talking about the highest level heart coherence. All coming together in forgiveness, in coherence, in alignment, in reconciliation. And what little I know, there are certainly speed bumps. There are certainly major challenges still here today. All of humanity, there are major challenges here today. So I use that example, and I understand the example is imperfect. We can do even better. Imagine a future of reconciliation where everyone is forgiven. I mean everyone. Yes, but there must be justice. Tell me, when has an eye for an eye ever in the history of humanity ever worked? I always go back to, I'm not going to get it right. I'm going to say Pope John Paul II, and people are going to, oh my God, he mentioned the Catholic Church, and I went to Catholic high school. I get it. I believe it was Pope John Paul II. Somebody's going to correct me very quickly. Who was shot, I think shot a couple times, healed, visited his killer in prison. Actually, they first became pen pals, then visited him, and then had him released and became friends with him. Not so that he could show the whole world that he was friends with him, although that's not a bad reason, but because of the love and connection in their two timelines. He lived it. I am not speaking to the politics as a whole, but he lived it in that experience. You can do that too, and so much more. I'm serious, and I'm talking to you. Of course, first, we get to forgive our own hearts. That's something we're going to work on this month in the School of Mystics as well. We get to forgive our own hearts. Me, oh my God. I was gifted it by my mom, who, forgive me, I love you, Mom, told me things like, I wish you were dead, I wish you were never born, you're worthless, you're a piece of doo-doo, blah, 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 cancel, clear, release. And I embodied that as a young adult. Michael, you deserve to, you flipping son of a mother. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I beat the shit out of myself. I was so mad and angry and didn't think I deserved to live. Isn't that a horse pile of doo-doo? We've all been sold this gift, this bill of goods that says we're worthless, we're not worthwhile, we're not worthy, something's wrong with us, we're broken, we did this wrong, we did that wrong, you can't forgive yourself, you've got to be guilty, you've got to be this, you've got to be that. And we look at the world around us and we wonder what the flip is going on. Oh, no. Au contraire. It starts in here. When we start forgiving ourselves, when we start loving ourselves up, oh my God, how does it get any better than this? How does the world change? That is the reconciliation we need first. When you start forgiving yourself, when you start healing your heart, you start to feel safer. Your kids start to feel safer. Your grandkids start to feel safer. Everything comes out to the surface to be healed. There are no more hidden medical truths, and no more hidden energy. There's no more anything of this. The dirty water, dirty air, all of that becomes healed. The planet becomes healed. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine seeing that? Can you imagine living on a planet truly white, blue, and green? What's white? White puffy clouds rather than dirty clouds. Blue, clear water. Green forests. Healthy ecosystems everywhere. A world where you do not have to work, but can choose to work or choose to contribute in your own way. Where you can choose to contribute to the community will contribute to you. To grow, to live, to breathe, to love, to do art, to do science, to do this. Imagine a brilliant new world you're not even allowed to think about right now. Michael, what do you mean you're not allowed to think about a brilliant new world? Have you ever turned on the news? And they said, let's take a minute to imagine a bright new future. Let's take a minute and think about what's possible. Let's take even just a moment and imagine something even grander than we have right now. Okay, that has never, ever, ever happened. But it could. Imagine a news flash that came across the screen that said, you are a creator. You can create a new world. We can come together as one. We can create a new world, a reality. Imagine you're watching a CNN, a Fox, and anything like this, and a ticker comes across and says, let's take 1 minute right now, all together as one. The millions watching right now, this very second, and to envision a world in peace, a world we're all fed, a world all is one. Can you imagine what would take place? But we are not allowed to think that way because the powers that be and the sponsors and the blah, blah, blah wouldn't be in control anymore. You're not a victim. Choose it anyway. Choose it anyway. You are a creator. You are a divine, immortal, energetic, incredible, wondrous, unbelievable being of such grandeur, of such stature, of such power you can't even imagine. And right now, in this moment, you can create with all of your heart, your soul, and your might. But your might is not what you think it is. Your might is not pushing a stone uphill. Your might is not struggling with everything you've got to do something. Your might is certainly not grabbing a weapon or anything Jungian related. Not Jungian, Jungian. What's that mean? Down with this. You're bad. You must be destroyed. Out with you. This is not the energy of the future. This. Now we're talking. You don't think this is strong? Are you kidding me? You never see a rumble in the jungle at the dinner table. Well, okay, you do with the parents and stuff. But what I mean by that is when you come together and break bread with another, when you sit down and listen, when you truly love someone up, oh my God, the possibilities. This is about diving into the heart. This is about getting into coherence. This is about getting in alignment over and over and over again. Time and time again. That's what this time period is about. That's why I'll tell you about the School of Mystics later, but that's why I've got this very special month on getting into this alignment, getting into heart coherence at the highest level, because that's the greatest power. The greatest power ain't your plowshares, it ain't your weaponry, it ain't your words. Love is a pretty good word, though. It is about this feeling state here. So, Laird Mitchell, are we headed towards a Star Trek future? I believe we could be headed towards a Gene Roddenberry original Star Trek future, which was everybody coming together and contributing in their own way and promoting the arts and promoting science and promoting living together in harmony. The new Star Trek, from what little I've watched, and I haven't watched in 5 or 10 years, so I can't say for sure, is very dystopian, is very dark, is very war-oriented, is very conquering. That is not the take me to to Warp 9, Scotty, that I think Gene Roddenberry originally had in mind. That's not how I see the future and know the future can be. More important than what I know the future can be, more important than knowing what Archangel Michael could feel the future could be. What do you feel the future could be? Because that is the reality you will project. It is about in each and every moment, choosing a new reality in your heart, soul, and mind. That is what it talks about. When I talk about might, it is choosing a new reality, heart, soul, and mind, over and over and over again. Oh my God, look at that. I choose a new reality. Oh, look at that. I choose a new reality. I can't believe they said, I choose a new reality. I'm shutting that off, and I'm choosing a new reality. That's what we get to do. So somebody's saying next gen. Imagine that we were a Q and we had all the power of the universe. What could we do to create? Not to play like each human being is a mouse, but each human being is a magnificent. Choose a new reality and it shall be yours. Choose someone else's reality, their reality, and it shall be yours too. Each and every moment we get to ask, and yes, full moon in Leo, the lion is awake. Each moment, thank you, Kathy, we get to ask, whose reality do we wish to choose? And whose reality am I choosing right now? Everybody here right now, every single one of you, Laird, Karen, Kathy, Walking Trees, Jenger, Michelle, Sandra, another Michelle, Love Hugs, Attuned to Love, Nina, MS Journey, Pamela, goes on and on and on, Vintage, Nisha, love you guys. You're choosing a new reality. Choose the greatest reality Not just you can, because what we can is limited. Choose the greatest possible, choose the greatest reality, not even known to be possible. Choose the impossible. Choose the reality that you don't even think is remotely possible, and now you're starting to get close. So the choice is up to you, and so is your right, your duty, and your responsibility. Michael, okay, you had me till right, duty, and responsibility. Are you kidding me? You aren't just a creator for you. You are a creator, Heen. I am reality. Yes, you are the most beautiful, amazing reality, Heen. Everyone here is reality. What do you wish your reality to be? What is it that you envision beyond your greatest dreams? For me, Michael, are you a teacher who's about to say, I don't know? First off, that label is interesting because we're all teachers. None of us higher or better than another, period. Full stop. And I don't pretend to know almost anything. I can be in alignment. I can hear what's being spoken. I can go, yeah, that feels right to me. I can share that with you. I can't know at the end of the day what's really coming. I can't. I can have an emotion. I can have a feeling state. I can say, it's going to be so incredible. I can't even possibly fathom it. I don't even have the words for it. And that's a key point. Words put us in a box. Language is not your first language. I still struggle. I've been doing much better. A little stuttering this past week. Injuries rarely heal on a linear trajectory. That's okay. But language was not my first language. Language is not your first language. Hannah Bear, language is not her first language. It doesn't mean, so we think babies aren't thinking because they don't have words. Are you kidding me? They're fully plugged in. Just because they're going, I don't know how to work this rental suit. Can somebody please help me? I was stuffed in this little thing. Oh my God, look what's coming out there. Look what's coming out here. What is that thing coming in my face? You don't have a clue what's going on in the body, but you're so plugged in. Language is not your first language. What is it you want? What is it you wish to feel in your heart? What is it you wish to feel in your heart? What is it you wish to be healed? How do you wish to feel the world and then see the world? Truly, how do you wish to feel it? Do you wish to feel a vengeful world, a revengeful world, a hate-filled world? A world with winners and losers? Are you kidding me? That is so low level. That is so pre-2012. Oh, man. How about a world where we're all coming together as one? Ooh, Nisha, I love it. We are all becoming embodied. We are all becoming everything we were capable and meant to be. Imagine a wave of love, a wave of kindness, a wave of compassion coming over the planet. We talk about like Anne, who we had on a few weeks ago, talking about a flash of light. Imagine a flash of love, of kindness, of compassion, a wave where all of humanity changes, all of society changes, all of humanity, of the U.S. changes, all of the power struggles, not power, structures, thank you, cancel, clear, release, change to something kinder, gentle, more loving, and completely and totally sustainable once and for all. We're coming to this. It's either going to be the easy way where we all focus on it at once, or it's going to be the harder way where we are kind of beaten down to our knees, and then we choose to focus on it because we all pop, going, oh, that's just not working. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to play that game anymore. And we unplug ourselves, sort of like a Neo, and say, I'm going to take myself, I'm going to flush myself down this toilet and come out into something better. And I don't mean that literally. What I mean is we're going to throw away the patriarchal energies. We're going to say none of these control methods work anymore. Love, I'll choose love. I will choose love at the highest level. We will go to that, and we will choose to go to equality. True equality. You want to talk about why some of the challenges are coming across in this country right now. All men are created equal. Even that very statement, written by rich white men, many of whom may have had a good heart. Same time, many of them had slaves. But, oh my gosh, cancel, clear, release. All men says it all. Even all people are created equal. All people are created equal, and we'll give everybody equal opportunity, equal education, equal funds, equal healthcare, equal everything. Now you're starting to talk. But it's all been a method of control until now. Now equality, if you can envision it, is us all coming into room, all breaking bread together, all sharing all that we have in every single way we can out of love. That is true equality. You need healthcare? We've got it for you. In fact, we have the solutions to so many problems that have been hidden from you, not because you're a victim, but because we felt we needed to make the money, but now we're making them available. How does it get any better than this? Everyone has healthcare. Everybody has arts. Everybody has dancing. Everybody has the desire for joy and the means to bring about the joy, where everything material is shared by all, but not at the expense of the animals, not at the expense of the planet. And lack is completely gone. Imagine if you looked at everything. You looked at, oh, they're saying the economy is going to blow up, and you envision a world where lack is completely gone. The dollar is going to go down, and you envision a world where we live beyond dollars. Maybe you've been to a farmer's market like that, where you live beyond dollars. Yeah, but Michael, in places where they're really poor, they're really struggling, they're really happy. So you're saying you want to really struggle. We have things so backwards. But you can envision and you can feel into something else. I really want to see what Nisha wrote. I can't read. Things are moving too fast here. A world where scarcity and lack are completely gone, and disease and ill will are completely wiped out. Can you feel that? Where everybody, because right now, the majority of fighting and things that you see are either people's wounds that get to come up to be cleared and to be healed. You didn't just say that to me, did you? Oh, that's my wound speaking. Or you didn't just take that from me because I don't have, so I'm going to have to go get it back and 10 times and 100 times and 1,000 times more because I have a scarcity consciousness, or because I've been told I'm less than, so I need to take everything from yours I possibly can, and then more so. If all of that is gone, what could we create? A world where everyone, every bug, every animal, every fungi, every microbe, every human beingness could come together as one to create a heaven on earth. To create something we can't even imagine is possible. Something beyond our wildest dreams. So this is the ultimate message that I'm getting from Archangel Michael right now, is we are the projectors of a reality even greater than anything we could ever imagine. And don't let whatever's coming this month, which will be a shit show, forgive me, don't let it be a shit show. Let it be a fertilizer show. A fertilizer for what you wish to create, for what you wish to grow, for what you wish to feel and to see and to be. That's what this month is all about. Fertilizer? Yes, fertilizer. Heart coherence. Every single thing is a choice to get yourself back into the heart. Every single thing is a choice to get yourself into a frequency of which everything is possible that you desire. That is heart coherence. That's what I'll be teaching. Actually, with any blessings, we're going to have Howard Martin do a guest teaching from Heart Math this month in School of Mystics. How does it get any better than this? And my guess is he will be there. I can't promise that yet, but my guess is he will be there. But this is a month you can create. Not despite the challenges, not despite the darkness, but because the courage you get in this healing moment. This is your hero story. This is your hero's journey. This is the part of the movie where all of a sudden you, the hero, heroine, whatever we want to turn it, take off. Why? We needed the resistance. We needed the darkness. We needed the difficulty to grow into our own strength. I love the movie, one of my all-time favorites, Ben Stiller, which is I'm not big into some of his movies, but oh my God, what a genius movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And I won't give it all away, but let's just say there is a point where somebody is calling him forward, calling him to step into his journey, calling him to step into his power. And this meek little daydreamer of a man, he goes for it with everything he's got. This is not a time where, despite the challenge, despite the darkness, this is a time that the energies bring you courage. What is courage? Stepping into your heart. Courage to heal, courage to grow, courage to use this energy for leaps and bounds forward, ahead, and above in your life. And the courage you get by diving firmly once and for all right back into your heart, which is who and what you are. You are a heart-based creator. This is who and what you were. This is who and what you are. This is who and what you were always meant to be. Because the heart is vibrating at the frequency of this. What is the frequency of this? That is the field. That is the Akashic field. That is love. That is the universe. That is the God, source, energy, Buddha, Allah. The field of everything, potentiality, which is who and what you are. And when you plug back into your heart, it is who and what you become again. Every single thing. Somebody's saying something about the $1 trillion in the military, and I haven't followed what's going on with the latest in that. And I could see how it even make me go, oh my God. Love. Bring it back to love. Bring it back to who you were meant to be before you're gifted with these nightmares or bad dreams. Everything is here to serve you. Everything is here to heal you. Everything is here to help you grow. Now, yes, I am not following what's going on the side. Make your phone calls. Make your voice heard. Always out of love. I never said this is a time to go quiet. Archangel Michael stands with a sword. Archangel Michael would never say this is a time to go quiet. Archangel Michael would never say this is just an inside job, so if the car is going to run you over, don't move to the side. That's not love. Love is taking care of each other. Love is standing up with a calm, quiet, loving voice. It can be a strong voice, but it is a loving voice. Each and every moment you get to choose to use this energy to heal you, to serve you, to help you grow. And if you take this energy, not the meaning behind it, all of this energy that's being thrown around, sort of like somebody going about the military, that's a huge amount of energy that just came through the chat and kind of whoosh. You go whoosh. With that amount of energy, okay, I got it. What if I kind of take that Tai Chi around? I take that energy around. And yes, the monks are amazing. And if I choose to realize that that energy is me, that I can play with that energy, that I use that energy, I can cajole that energy. I can spin that energy on the top of my hand. I can put it into my heart. And I can use it to point it to what I truly desire. Ooh, goody. And in each and every moment, I can point it to what I desire. What can I create because of that? We can look at everything that took place. Killings, horrific. What's going on with ICE, I can't say enough about how I am not a fan of this. This is not about politics. This is about taking care of each other and loving each other up. What's going on in other countries. And at the same time, I can take the energy. I can flip it around. I can spin it on its head, sort of like a basketball. I can put it into my heart, whip it real good, and I can make something new of it each and every moment. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? I'll tell you about a little bit about the School of Mystics. Just a couple minutes. We're going to do a really brief attunement. I can't believe how long we're going, so we may not do a meditation here tonight, but I do want to get to at least a few questions. And yes, I've got my School of Mystics. My School of Mystics. Everybody in the chat who's a School of Mystics, it's your School of Mystics too. Aya Bear, if you're in the chat, it's your School of Mystics too. It is everybody's School of Mystics. And you can come join us and try it for free. We get to dive into our hearts this month. This is a time period not of disempowerment, but of re-empowerment at the highest level. Certainly in the School of Mystics, I'm going to help you to find these visions. I'm going to help you to find these positive emotional states. I'm going to help you to dive back into your heart, help you bring you into the driver's seat as a creator and as a part of the creator. We are all a part of the creator. We are not the whole of it. I'm not the whole of it. You're not the whole of it. But we're all here for the hell of it. We're all a big part of it. We all have this incredible power. I want to help you to be who and what you were meant to be. It's just that the powers that be lorded over you or gave you something else. Here's something to be afraid of. Here's something to think about. Here's an earworm. Here's a mind worm. Here's a fear worm. And out of that fear worm, how could we possibly, yes, Colette, an earth angel. Everybody here is an earth angel. Everybody here is a master. Everybody. You are a master. Don't let anybody else tell you you are less. You've been told you're less until right now. So let this be the magic wand you needed, or the incantation you needed, or the spell to break the spell that you are under. There's a reason it's called spelling. The words have you trapped. Let's use this to cast off those old spells, to cast off the energetic bond, and to truly say once and for all, I am free, I am free, I am free. In fact, I have a very brief attunement. It's something that I do a lot of in our School of Mystics. I give you attunements. I give you statements that are laden with energy or vibrating with such a powerful energy that saying them once changes you. Saying them a bunch of times changes you more. Saying them every evening and every morning, oh my God, does it transform you. And so I have the very briefest attunement here. And then we are going to, I'll tell you a little bit more about the School of Mystics. We're going to take a few questions, and then we will probably call it good because of the late time. I can't believe how long we've gone tonight. Oh, please, if you like this, share, and share some more. And of course, School of Mystics, free to try. But the way the algorithm works, the more that we talk in the chat, the better. The more that we share it with others, oh my God, the better. The more that we give it the thumbs up, the better. So if you can contribute in any of those ways, it's free, which is leave a comment, share, or thumbs up. The more you contribute, the more the algorithm says, well, this is something we should be sharing with the world. And how does it get any better than this? All right, let's do the briefest attunement here. So you can do this out loud. You can do this in your head. You can do this, you can write this down. You can do it right now. You can do it before you sleep. You can do it when you rise. Whatever works for you. I like to do it with a hand on my heart, either tapping my heart or massaging my heart. I love myself. I love myself. I love my... You know, I could never say that before. I love myself. I love my... This isn't ego. That's not ego too. What is ego is saying, I'm better than you. Now that's ego. I have all the answers. Now that's ego. I know what I'm doing. Can't even say that with a straight face. But loving ourselves, oh my God, the ultimate goodness. Because as you vibrate at that higher level, the person next to you or your kids will, and their kids will, and on it goes. All right, here we go. I am free. I am free. I am free. Come on, say this along with me. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am free to create a new world. I am free to create a new world. I am free to create a new world. I am free to live in a perfect excuse me. I am free to live in perfect pure health. I am free to live in perfect pure health. I am free to live in perfect pure health. I am free to feel better than ever before. I am free to feel better than ever before. I am free to feel better than ever before. I am free for all these things. I am free for all these things. I am free for all these things or something even better. I am free. I am free. I am free. Woohoo! Can you feel the power in that? And yes, I kind of flubbed up in the middle, so you can go back and do it again and again and again and again. Can you feel the power in that? Can you feel the power in the words? Can you feel the power in that energy? Can you feel the power in yourself? That's what I'm talking about here. You have such incredible power in you. You have such incredible goodness. And I'm going to do one brief shameless plug here, one more, and then we'll go into a few quick questions, and then we'll wrap things up here. Each and every moment is a chance to make a choice. A choice to envision the world as you desire, or a choice to envision the dystopian nightmare that somebody else desires. Which do you choose? Like begets like. The more that you choose the higher level, not meaning better than, but the higher level solution, the better you feel, the better your health is, the better your day is, the better your life is, the better your interactions on and on it goes. The more than you choose the, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I feel sick, I can't take it, this is awful, this is terrible. And you could just turn on the news and just feel it for 1 second. You'll know what I'm talking about. The more that your day goes that way. And you wonder why your interactions are thready at best. The more that you go to that other energy, the more you cultivate something even better in each and every moment. So, all right, School of Mystics, free to try. Come join us 4 Wednesdays each month. That means Wednesday, 2 days from now. Come join us for free. We have a different topic each month. We have attunements, similar to what you get here. Teachings, similar but more expanded and deeper than where we go here. Though this was a pretty deep one here tonight. Exercises, what I call playtime exercises that you get to do that help shift your energy to a higher level. We do all sorts of energy work also to bring your energy way, way up. We do group intention meditations. You can think Lynn McTaggart, Powered in 8, taking to a whole new level. We do clearings once a month. You have a wealth, a library of hundreds and hundreds of classes and clearings and tapping sessions and exercises and tools and all sorts of goodness at your disposal. You have a community where we come together as one in heart coherence, in global coherence, in woohoo coherence, all bringing each and every one of us, that means you, up. Whether you watch it live or recording, it is just as powerful. The group intention is just as palpable. And the support you get just as palpable, whether you watch it live or recorded. And I believe others would tell you it's a life changer. I'll leave that in their hands. This month is heart coherence. It is diving into the heart. It is attuning to a higher frequency. It is getting yourself in this bubble of love and light, not to say, I'm protected, look at me. No. To go way beyond that. To say, I can see a higher level solution. I can project a higher level solution. I can create a higher level solution in my life, in your life, in all of our lives. I can change my life. I can change my health. I can change my family's health. And I'm living it. I'm going to help you live it this month. Not see it, not maybe it, but embody it and live it. And again, I can't promise, but my guess is second or third Wednesday, so not this Wednesday, we'll have Howard Martin as our first guest lecturer of Heart Math, talking about heart coherence, global coherence, and how we can all get into an even higher state of coherence. And yes, how does it get any better than this? Well, free to try. We'll have the link here. $20 a month if you want to join, but absolutely free to try. If you like it, awesome. If it's not for you, awesome. If it's not for you, find something that is for you. This is a time of community. This is a time to coming together, all as one. So find that loving, supportive group that resonates with you and helps bring your energy up, and way up. All right, let's take a few quick questions. We might do the briefest attunement again, and then we are going to call it good. Okay, so the question is, Michael, first one. Will you be going to Unity Church in St. Johns County, Florida? Do you have a schedule or your next destination to visit? We're in talks right now with Unity Fort Lauderdale. We don't have things formally planned after that. I have had to, oh my God, Unity Orlando was amazing. I've had to see what is maximum flow at this time for my mind and my resources. And so there's been a juggling, a balance taking taking place of all of this, of what do I feel called to do? Like there's a mastermind I'm going to be starting in the next few weeks. What do I feel called to do there? What do I feel to do called to do one-on-one? What do I feel called to do as far as a talk at least once a month? And how is that going to look like? And what kind of assistance will there be to get that done? And so I'm saying, universe, you drive the ship and help us get out to everyone everywhere. Oh my God, I would love to get back to Canada and Toronto. My guess is that will happen September, October, November of this year. Don't quote me on that. The whole year is still open. We are seeing how this unfolds and how it plays. Thank you for your brilliant question. At Lil Waterland, my question is, how can we be brave when it gets hard? Use the energy of hardness for braveness. What is braveness? The bravest thing that you can do is, oh my God, stare down the barrel of a gun and bring love. That's braveness. Meaning each and everything that's coming our way, just as the sorceress here says, choose love, choose peace, choose truth, choose light. What are the choices we can make in each and every moment? You can take that energy that's coming at you. You can say, I don't take ownership of this. I need some assistance. And you can choose to turn it around. That's what you get to do. I went for a swim earlier today. I mentioned it at the beginning. Mighty cold waters here in northern Florida. You would think it's Florida, it's warm. Yeah, it's been in the 20s or been in the teens here. So that water is a little bit brisque, could we say. Oh my God, what a blissful, amazing, beautiful, peaceful swim I had. Because of how I transformed it in my mind's eye. And my mind was so clear, so calm, and so in love and at peace after that cold water swim earlier today. We can choose to flip it, Lil, each and every moment. It's a practice. It's also a muscle that we get to strengthen. It takes time, limiting belief, but it may take time. But it's perfectly okay. The more the hardness comes your way, the more that you can transmute it. And it doesn't mean that more hardness comes and more hardness comes. It becomes easier and easier to transmute. Libido. Michael, how do you enter all those races that you strive to win after training and training, and then you want to win? Seems like you're working against yourself. How does that work? Libido, actually, I'm guessing for this coming year, based on what happened, I will be having a year off. I never enter a race to want to win to beat anybody. I don't want to beat anybody. I want to see what the best is we all can do. That's what I want to see. I want us to come together so the race to me is a celebration of all the hard training that I've put in. It is the loci, it is the focal point of all of my efforts to do a dance. What can I do on this day? How can I play? How can I learn? How can I grow? How can I discover something about myself? How can I help another? How can I cheer someone else on? If I'm coming to the finish line and I'm head to head, neck and neck with somebody else or even somebody else's, I might be going, woohoo! I'm cheering them on as much as I'm cheering me on. Do I want to be first across the line? Yeah. Do I want them to be first across the line? Yeah. Do I really mean that? Yeah. Do I really want to win? Yeah. Do I really want everybody to win? Yeah. It's about doing a crazy, beautiful dance. Doing that dance ain't working against myself because it was never about me beating anyone. So I went out also on a very, very picayune training ride earlier today. I wrote about this a couple of days ago, how I was sliding my mountain bike through the turns, and I was on a record pace for about the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then the body said, you know, you've had enough right now, and I wasn't on the record pace. I actually got my second fastest power for the year on this course. It was kind of cool earlier today, but it was just a dance. That's how we get to play. What can I do to make everything about my existence a living art or dance? All right. How do we get our l'ertamitro? How do we get our memories back before we reincarnated in this particular time? Well, we can certainly go to past life regression therapy. That is one powerful way. You can certainly do it in automatic writing, although I'd say past life regression is often even easier to do so, but both work. You can do it by putting those thoughts out there before you go to sleep. Keynote, though. Yes, you can certainly do it with lucid dreaming. With the exception, maybe, but I would say even there, of past life regression, you only get what you need. You ain't going to be surfing past lives if it's not going to serve you now. That's what I call pyrotechnics. I learned a long time ago. I was doing ayahuasca ceremonies, learning with a shaman. And I learned that there are the learnings that you get from plant medicine and things of that sort. And there are the learnings that you get simply in the silence, not even needing the plant medicine. Not meaning that you're better than the plant medicine, not that you're meaning that you have everything that you need to know, but meaning you're not going to the pyrotechnics, you're not going to the fireworks, you're going to the real messages. So the stories from the past are often just stories. They are the fireworks. They aren't the lessons, the teachings. And we can get that in the silence. We can get that in automatic writing. We can get that in meditation. We can get that in the heart coherence that I'm teaching. So we may not need those past life memories, which are kind of cool to have, to be able to get the highest level learnings or the highest level truths. Take a couple more questions here, and then we will call it good for this evening. Hold on here. My cursor's running around. Okay. Whew. From Lisa Mackle, the brilliant, challenging question of the evening. And I haven't even read the full question, but sending much love, Lisa. How do you stay in a state of love when your immediate family is or has become, through many very serious issues, occurring very, very negative or patriarchal? I've been sending love. Send love, step back. That ain't easy. Send love, step back. One of the hardest, most loving things we can do is one of the most challenging, difficult things we can do. Boundaries. If you're here tonight, you too may have a challenge, I did, with boundaries. The most loving thing you can do in the world is to set boundaries. No child grew up and said, I had no boundaries. It was the most amazing childhood. That's not how the game works. Boundaries can be love. So Lisa, we get to set boundaries. We can do lots and lots of ho'oponopono. The prayer, I love you, please forgive me, I am sorry, thank you. Not to them, not for them, but for yourself. But we get to find a way, no matter what, to step back and do everything you can in each and every moment. Transmute the energy, and transmute it some more. So Laura's asking, how can I get involved with your heart-mind coherence lessons? So Aya Bear will put down a link here so you can try the School of Mystics for free. And we're going to be diving into heart coherence on Wednesday, and it's going to be, I think this might be our most powerful month yet in the School of Mystics, because to me there's nothing more powerful than getting in that state of coherence. But she'll put down a link so you can sign up for free. I will also make a pinned comment after this. Aya Bear, make sure I make a pinned comment, and we will put it in the description as well. I literally just came up with the coupon code and all that goodness like an hour before we started to make sure you could try it for free. Last question of the evening. This is a simple yet difficult yet simple one, Piper Cat. When vibrations, frequencies around us are so low due to national global conditions, and I almost want to challenge that. I'm told, yes, I can challenge that. That is one side of the coin. If you go out, if you go into your neighborhood, if you go to your neighbor, if you go to your friends down the street, there is actually so much goodness right now. This doesn't mean if you go on the highways that people aren't insane right now. This doesn't mean that people aren't upset right now. It doesn't mean that people aren't angry, but there is so much love out there as well. And at the same time, I hear what you're saying. When the vibrations, frequencies around us are so low due to national and global, quote, conditions, how do you create enough high vibrations for yourself and the collective? Oh my God, this is the Mandela, this is the Gandhi statement. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Choose a higher level vibration. Choose to think of puppies. Choose to think of fuzzy bunnies. Choose to think of love. Choose to think of the most loving thing. Choose to think of babies. Choose to think of hope. Choose to think of how you wish to feel. Choose to think of a world where we're all healed. How would that feel if we were all healed? How would that feel if we were all together as one? How would that feel if we all had unlimited energy, unlimited abundance, and the whole world was healed, and all of the animals that were gone come back, but but it's a healed planet, so we can all fed. How would that feel? We live in that state, and if the vibrations and frequencies feel too low, shut off the tube. Today, that doesn't mean literally the TV, but shut it all down. Not permanently, but till we can get you back to the higher state. Or go to Netflix and watch the ending of some favorite movies. Or go watch some shorts or some TikTok, not just mindless stuff that numbs you out, but stuff that makes you smile, stuff that makes you happy, stuff that brings you truly to a state of health, of happiness, of joy, of love, and of hope. Choose a higher frequency. They're all available to you. Nobody at any point has taken away our freedom of choice. Nobody took away Nelson Mandela's freedom of choice. He got out and changed a nation. Nobody is devoid of freedom of choice. They could lock you up. They could take you away. They could do some really, 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 really bad, unspeakable things, and I won't make light of it. But they still can't take away your freedom of choice because that's an inside job. Yes, suffering is optional. Attitude is everything. That is such a bumper sticker, but there's so much truth to that. That in each and every moment, you can find perfectness, you can find stillness, and you can find love. Yeah, Aya Bear is headed to Canada. Oh, she's going to get us there. That's for darn sure. Nisha's going to get us there. Oh, I love you. Everybody who's here tonight. Alina and Top Cat and Keen and Lerta Mitro, Piper Cat. I love you guys. So, let's do the briefest attunement here. Come join us Wednesday. It is free to try. How does it get any better than this? Let's get you in heart coherence. Let's get you vibrating at the highest level. Let's get you back in your power. And let us get you creating a new, most magnificent reality for you, for me, for all of us. Even, especially, for those who are trying to create something else. At the end of the day, those who are being the most aggressive right now need the most love and need the most healing. And I mean that. I mean that. Take a moment. Look at who's ever screaming and yelling the most, puffing themselves up the most. Say like a rooster or roosterette, typically more like a rooster. I love you, Roo. And see if you can see the wounded child inside. See if you can see how much they need healing. See how much they are scared even when they portray or portend just the opposite. And see how much love you can bring to them. All right. Repeat along with me. Or repeat after me if you can. I am love. 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 I send love. I send love. I send love. With each and every breath, I send love. With each and every breath, I send love. With each and every breath, I send love. I send love. I send love. I send love. I am healthy, I am strong, I am courageous, I am free. I am healthy, I am strong, I am courageous, I am free. I am healthy, I am strong, I am courageous, I am free. I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. I am free, I am free. I am free. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Well, I will leave you on this most beautiful note. I can't believe how much beautiful time we just spent together. I send so much love your way. Thank you, Aya Bear. Thank you, Ann Bear. Thank you, Dream Team. Thank you, Mystics. Thank you, you. You are the most amazing love and light. You are the most amazing wayfarer. You have the most amazing heart, soul, and everything about you. I'd say might, but you understand more about might now. You are courageous. You are incredible. You are a master, and you are pure love. Oh, and a creator. You are the creator of all creators. Use that creatorness. Use that unlimited energy. Use that unlimited potential and project that new reality for you, for your kids, for me, and for all of us. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Woohoo! Have a beautiful evening ahead, or morning ahead, or day ahead. And I hope to see you Wednesday in the School of Mystics. Absolutely free to try. And now let me put on music from my dear sister, quite literally, Ayla Ray, to kick off a beautiful evening. Lots of love, everyone. Love you. I love you. I love you. You are love. You come. You couldn't be anything other than love, no matter how much you try.
There's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing. Earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears that rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations.